Okay, guys, I'm testing out the audio. I'm testing out the video. Let me know if you guys can hear me, if you guys can see me well. Let me know if you guys can hear me and see me well. All right, then we can get started. We got 10 questions we're going to be doing tonight. Once again, I'll be answering everybody's questions that you guys may have. All right, good to see that we do have some visitors today. All right, so guys, good evening, good morning, and wherever you are, good afternoon too, wherever you are in this world. Maybe it's early morning for you. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, like usual, let's go through some questions that you guys may have, and then I have some questions for you guys that we're going to be going through. Got a lot of Agile questions tonight that we're going to be going through. Okay, so I got Michael Willis. Left a note here for us. Michael says, hey, I just passed my PMP today. Well, congratulations, Michael. You have me pass the CISSP and now PMP. I think I remember having you in my CISSP class. I don't have any self-paced for that. My CISSP class is just the in-person class. Try to join tonight. The actual exam is very tricky. Your videos help me get through. Yeah, just don't forget. Make sure that when you're studying, you want to go through that mindset section on your courseware, right? If you're using my courseware, you should have that particular section. Okay. L. Kevork asks me, I hope we can talk about the amount of predictive that's on the exam and how much focus when studying. So that's a good question. How much focus should you be spending on predictive and agile? And realistically, according to PMI guidelines, you should be doing 50%. In other words, equal amount of time knowing your agile, knowing your predictive. Now, even though predictive is bigger, it has the 49 processes built in it. It has all these ITTOs. PMI guideline tells us that your exam is 50% predictive and 50% agile and hybrid projects. But with that being said, and that's what PMI told us, with that being said, we have a lot of students. I have a lot of students that took the PMP exam, even up to one that took it today that I spoke to. That actually emailed me that said the exam is 70% agile. So it seems like the current exam, a lot of people are having a lot of agile questions over predictive questions. But I'm going to tell you guys, make sure you know your predictive, make sure you know your agile equally well. Don't give up studying on predictive and just study agile because you might not pass the test. Make sure that you follow both, not just one. All right, guys, very good. Yes, the blue shirt as usual, guys. It is the trademark. I only actually wear blue shirt all day, throughout every day. If you see me in person teaching classes, you'll notice I wear different shades of it. Simon says, hey, just picked up your course last night. I'm excited to get started. Simon, thank you for picking up my course. Enjoy. Make sure you follow through all the different sections in there. Anand says, Andrew, good evening. Just passed my PMP on May 9th with above target as the overall score. Excellent. Welcome to the PMP club. Don't forget to get the cake. I'm happy my courseware, I'm not sure what you used. I'm happy my sessions are helping people pass your exams. Make sure you celebrate well. Somebody says, Citrix23 says, I have a Udemy course. I received a certificate. I still haven't finished. can I submit the exam? Well, if you finished the mock exam and you haven't submitted it, you're missing out on the question. So please finish the mock exam. Here's a good question by Dr. Christie. Says, do you know when the exam will change to the 7th edition? I'm taking my exam in July. It's an excellent question. So in theory, the exam has already changed to match whatever new PMBOK 7 is going to come out. Now, let me explain this. You see, what happens is the exam is not bound to PMBOK anymore. Previous exams were. Previous exam, basically you knew PMBOK and you would pass the test. When this version of the exam came out in January, it didn't bound it to the PMBOK. In theory, when the new PMBOK comes out on August 1st, there shouldn't be much of a change to the PMP exam because it's not actually bound to it. PMBOK is just one of the 10 resources, 10 books, I should say, that PMI is using to create the actual exam knowledge base. So what happens when it comes out? If you're taking it in July, nothing changes. But come August, I am going to update the courseware. I'm going to update the study guide to match the PMBOK 7 guide. So the courseware may get updated, but the knowledge base really is not going to change. So if you're studying, keep studying. If you're going to take it in July, nothing will change for you. It's the exams that pretty much comes after August, during August and after August, that's going to have this little bit of a change to it. But remember, not by much. Okay, Renee, hey, I passed this Saturday. Thanks so much for all your videos. Thank you for attending. Maybe use my courseware. Congratulations, of course. Celebrate well. Don't forget to get the cake and beer if you drink beer. That is always good. So good to hear that you guys are always passing on your exam. All right. Anon says the mindset is a game changer. Truly, no question from PMBOK straightforward. Yeah, they're not gonna. I agree with this. The exam is not going to give you straightforward, like what's an output of this or what's a tool of this. That's not what this test is about. It was 40% predictive, 40% agile, and 20% hybrid. That sounds like a good breakdown, which means hybrid and agile combines to form about 60%, which sounds about right. Because according to PMI, that the guidelines are actually going to be, the guidelines were 50-50. See, he's got 40-60, which is not so bad. Sometimes we get some students with like 70% agile. All right, what else more we got here? All right, let's keep on going down. Sometimes when I go down, it just scrolls too fast, and then I miss everything. Nicole says, hey, Andrew, I wanted to say thank you for your videos. I passed the exam on Friday. Congratulations. Make sure to get the cake. Above target in all domains. That's an excellent score. When you get above target in every single domain, that means that you did really, really well. Really well on your exam, right? And I see a lot of people are getting that. Your explanation really helped me to understand the materials. Mindset is definitely the key. Yes, a lot of people have said that, which is great. I'm really happy that you guys are all passing. Congratulations. Make sure to celebrate well. Sad 1K1E. I don't know what that is. Interesting username. Hey, Andrew, it's also passed the exam. Passed my PMP thanks to you. Well, thank you for hopefully attending my courses. Took the exam on Saturday. So you just passed. Hey, congratulations. Don't forget the cake, of course, right? Calvin says, I passed my exam yesterday. I used your textbook and Udemy course. Yes, the textbook, make sure. By the way, I've had some people email me at that older textbook. There are 2 textbooks on Amazon. Don't buy the old one. The old one is the brown cover one. Make sure you get this one. This is the blue cover one. I've had some people email me or LinkedIn message me that they didn't get the course. Remember, this book comes with the e-learning course. You have to get this blue one to get the e-learning course. You can't use the brown one. It doesn't have a link to it. It's not gonna open the course for you. So make sure that if you want to purchase my book, please get the blue one, not the brown cover one. I told that person to return the book and get the correct book. Calvin, I passed my exam yesterday. Used the textbook Udemy course. Thank you for your work. I had cake and Hennessy, man. Hennessy's kind of tough. I would prefer beer, but you know what? Congratulations. Welcome to the club. Celebrate well, of course. Make sure you guys celebrate well. Mona B says, my exam in 2 weeks. Studied your book and the PMI Agile book twice. Haven't done mock exams. We'll let you know if I pass. Thanks for your videos. Mona, don't forget to report back to us. I'm looking forward to hearing from you in 2 weeks to see how well you did. Simon, notification came up to where you live. No. What is the requirements from taking the test from home? Good question. If you want to take the exam from home, there's a few things that you're going to need. You're going to need to have a webcam and a microphone. Now, most laptops will meet this requirements. Almost all laptops nowadays comes with a built-in microphone. And you want to make sure that your camera works because the camera is really important. So if you don't have one, you could just purchase a webcam. That's all that's. Oh, by the way, and a quiet room. So if you have a quiet room at home, you got a webcam, you got a microphone, you'll be just fine. Sad says I passed with above target in all areas. That's congratulations, a very good score. A lot of people are getting that score. I think the mindset is really helping a lot of people. For those of you guys that haven't gone through the mindset, make sure you do before taking your exam. Renee says you use my course and Joseph Phillips' course. Excellent. He has an amazing course too. Anthony says, hey, Andrew, just wanted to say thank you for everything. I was able to pass the exam this week and after taking your Udemy course and following this weekly session. And that's another congratulation. Make sure to get the cake. Don't forget that. The beer also. Anthony, make sure to celebrate well. Major weight off of your shoulders. You know, accomplishing the PMP this year is going to be a major accomplishment. I know a lot of people want to go on vacation this summer because you were all locked up last year. And if you guys could knock this out before the summer, like a lot of you guys here are doing, that would be amazing. So celebrate well. Make sure to have a good summer because, hey, you passed a major accomplishment. Steve says, I say it's not quite 70. A lot of hybrid along with pure agile. Get comfortable with the mindset. Once again, help tremendously. Knowing the meaning of EVM. I do have one EVM question tonight, by the way. Hard any calculations, and that's one thing I'm hearing. Not a lot of students is getting any calculations whatsoever anyhow. Says, hey Andrew, I just bought your Udemy course. I'm having some challenges. The audio is there. IT support, nope. Your dad has, a couple of people. If you have problem with the Udemy tech platform, I got somebody left me a 1-star review because they said the videos don't play. Remember, guys, I don't control that. That any type of audio and video is Udemy. If I put it on a mic, I just upload a video to them. I don't control the actual how fast it plays on your browser or on your computer. The actual delivery of the course itself, the audio, the video, is Udemy doing that. So you probably want to send an email to them. I'm pretty sure there's no contact number that I know of. I've never been able to contact those people by number, but they do have, I think they have a live chat support there also. Is the passing score changed? We don't know what the passing score is. PMI has never published the passing score. Many years ago, they used to say 61%, but PMI doesn't publish that number anymore. So we're not too sure what that number is. Let's just say I think it's about 61%. Steve says, I passed at the end of April. Tordong on carrot cake. Steve, me and you, we're in the same boat. All right, we're both carrot cake people. The best cake out there. handles your audio. If you get, once again, if you have a problem with Udemy, you got to remember, guys. We got a lot of subscriptions to Udemy. If it's working for some, it's got to work for all. Check your connection. Try it on your phone. Try it on a different browser. Try it on a different computer. Email Udemy. See what's going on. Can you clarify the mock exam? The mock exam in my book is my exam. The mock exam in my course is my own also. If you want the actual PMI mock exam that's given to providers, you would have to take the live training course. Our live training class comes with a mock exam that is directly from PMI. So it's supposed to be exactly like the real exam. Is there any graph diagram questions on the exam? Generally there is. A lot of times you may get a graph diagram where you have to click on something. Good you asked that, Lama, because Lama, I have a question like that tonight. So stick around. You're going to see an interesting question where you have to click on something, especially on a graph or diagram. Sad says, understanding servant leadership is the key to passive. The exam is 70% agile. Yeah, that's a lot. Renee says, no EVM calculations, more agile than predictive. Definitely. Mindset is the key once again. Andrew, did you say the exam will change in August again? No. That's the thing. The exam is not changing. The PMBOK is changing. But remember, the exam is not based on PMBOK anymore only. And so the exam shouldn't change really come August. All right, that's the objectives. The exam content outline is not changing. PMBOK is going to change to the 7th edition. We're going to update the books. But I think the core concept, if you think about it, the PMP exam doesn't really follow these 49 processes anymore. It doesn't ask questions on the processes and their outputs and their tools and stuff like that. You really have to understand project management. And that's what the new PMBOK is going to be about. That's what all the books that PMI is based in it on. So if you got a good understanding of project management, both predictive and agile, you should be just fine. So the exam is not changing. The PMBOK is changing. All right, Sudan. Okay, I'm sorry, but I didn't see that. Mispronounced your name there. Here's an interesting question from Atif. Who decides what items to deliver in the sprint? Product owner or the team? As it is clear, the product is responsible for the product backlog, but does he decide what goes into the sprint? So, that's a good question. Who decides what gets done in the sprint? The team. The team does a meeting called the sprint planning meeting. In the sprint planning meeting, the team looks at the product backlog, and in the product backlog, you're going to have a lot of features. So the features, let's say you got 40 features. The team then looks at these features, and from the top down, they say, well, we could do that one, and this one, from the top, right? So let's say, based on their velocity, their team velocity, how fast they can work, they're going to decide that they could do 3 of the top features or 1 or 5, depending on how fast they work and how big those features are. So the team will then determine, okay, we're going to do this much work in the next sprint. So who determines? The product owner grabs those features, puts them in the product backlog, prioritizes it. The team then sits down and says, okay, this is all of the work we're going to get done in the next sprint, in the sprint planning meeting. That outputs the sprint backlog, which is the amount of work we'll get done in the next sprint. All right. Rizvi, R-I-Z-V-I. I'm really, really bad with names, guys. Really, really bad. If I mispronounce your name, sorry. It says, hi, Andrew. Your Udemy course is designed for success. Servant leadership is the key. Thank you. I hope so. Is the e-learning course the same as Udemy? Yes, it is. Somebody asked me, Timothy asked that. Yes, Timothy, if you bought the book, you already have it. Do not buy the Udemy course. Is the book required for studying? Do you refer to it through your other courses? That's a good question. And I'm assuming you mean this book. Is this book required for studying? you know what? This book is an amazing summary of all my videos. Here's what I tell students. When I wrote a book many years ago, when I wrote the first set of this book, I didn't want to write a big book. I mean, I've seen some PMP books, even right now, 700 pages, 800 pages, some ridiculous number. Well, actually, this one is like 500 pages, so it's not that much smaller, but 700, 800 pages is a lot of pages. So this book is meant to complement your course. It's meant to give you not a high level, but a cram version of the course. You can't fit 35 hours worth of content in a book. If you take 35 hours worth of content and put it into a book with practice questions, you're probably going to be 2,000 pages plus. So consider this a cram guide to the course. So if you follow me if you have the book, you have the videos, you can watch the videos, follow up with the book, or even read the book and follow up with the videos. So consider the book a good cram guide because it's not a very long read. Even though it's 400 and something pages, 480 pages, it's a big mock exam, a lot of practice tests. So it's a quick way to get all your notes. Would I suggest it? Of course. I think my book is great. Do you know or anyone know of anyone that has failed a new exam? Lama, that's a great question. And I'm going to tell you that I really don't know anyone that has failed this exam. I know people that have failed the last exam and have passed this exam. That I know. But I really have not. I mean, you guys are in this chat. We got 86 students right now. Hopefully no one fails. But I guess people using my products, my videos, books, whatever, live classes, whatever, I think they're just doing well. But remember, that video I did where I said it's an easier exam, I just think it's really just an easier exam. When you include easy topics on a test, it gets easier. Does your book on Amazon website include the version for the upcoming PMP exam? This blue cover book covers PMBOK 6th edition. The 7th edition is not even out yet. So no, it does not cover the PMBOK 7th edition because no one knows what's in PMBOK 7th edition. There was a preview of it released last year, but that may not be the actual book that comes out in August. So no book is updated for the next exam. But remember, there's no new PMP exam. I keep saying that. There's no new exam. Tiff is asking this question again. What items deliver? Who determines what's delivering a sprint? The team does. Well, we got a lot more comments here. All right. I got a good question here. Mercy says, I'm getting confused with hybrid. Which piece of Agile or waterfall am I supposed to apply? That's the thing, Mercy, with hybrid projects. There is no right and wrong way to do hybrid. Hybrid projects means that either a part of it is done predictive and agile, so you do maybe 50% agile, 50% predictive, or you do them both at the same time, where a part of the product is made in an agile method versus another part of the product is made in a predictive method. Let me give you some examples, because this is a really good question. This is a question that a lot of people don't understand yet. So there's a few ways. You could do them with sequential phases. So you could say, you know what, the initiating or getting approval on a project is not necessarily an agile thing. That's really a predictive thing because you have very specific processes you follow to get a project approved. I'm talking a giant project. But the product development, the product requirements gathering, those could be done using agile methods. But then installation of the product or handover could be done using predictive method. As the company's always done this a lot. So when you have processes in a business that has been done many times and the company knows how to do it very well, Agile may not be such a good fit in that scenario. Agile works really well when the scope is not known, when the scope has to be progressively elaborated. So a lot of times product development and reiterations of products is done using Agile methods, but the rollout of the product is generally just done predictive. Then you have where you overlap Agile and hybrid at the same time. Sometimes you're building a very, very complex product, like a car, for example. So you could design the body of the car in an Agile method where you get a lot of stakeholder feedback. But the engine of the car is a predictive thing because it may just be a rework of the previous engine and it doesn't need a lot of stakeholder feedback. There's no right and wrong way to do Agile, to do hybrid methods. It just depends on your company and your organization. All right, Udemy courses. Do you think we need to do the book and the course? I think that's a good idea. You should do that. If you have the book, please read the book. It's not that long. Did you just say the exam will change again in August? No, I did not say the exam is changing in August, guys. I am saying the PMBOK is coming out in August. The exam is not changing. The exam will stay the same, okay? The exam is not changing. Exam content outline is not changing. I don't think the question pool is going to change. The study guides, of course, will change to match new PMBOK, but the exam content will not change. Project management is not changing come August, guys. The PMBOK, the guide that's written by PMI to give us that knowledge base of how to run projects, that's changing. But the field of project management and the way we do projects is not changing. Somebody says, thank you for these sessions to help me sort out the correct answers. Thank you for attending. Hopefully you pass. Thank you, Andrew. I passed my exam. Mogul is telling me. Monday, with above target in all domains, use my Udemy course. Thank you. And congratulations. Don't forget the cake. Such a big weight off your shoulder, right, when you pass. And if you guys, I know a lot of you guys here have not taken your exam. So, when you guys pass that exam, you'll notice that giant weight. Okay, so Kimberly Jenkins says, I had audio issue with Udemy, but I Googled and found the solution was to try another browser. That worked for me. So if you guys are having some issues with Udemy, try another browser. That may work. The sprint review meeting, there's a product owner join. The sprint review meeting is generally done with the team members. Adnan says he had no calculation and only one control chart. I'm going to give you guys a control chart. I got to come up with a question on that. There was CPI over target. Okay, so make sure you know your control charts. It's covered. I don't think you guys need anything else. Don't forget, I'm making a brand new exam engine. I did a bunch of good questions a while back. Actually, this weekend too. The 12 mindset video on Udemy. Go through the Udemy. In one of the sections, it's called the mindset. I'm not sure how many videos there were. Alvin, I'm taking the exam tomorrow. Good luck, Alvin. Don't forget, come back next week, Alvin, and let us know how you do. Wish you the best. Dion says, hey, Andrew, I passed my exam last week. I want to say thank you for the Udemy course. They were 100% worth it. Thank you, Dion, for buying my course. Congratulations, Dion. Make sure to get that cake. Celebrate well. More weight off your shoulder. Don't forget, guys, if you pass your exam now, make sure you enjoy your summer really well. You deserve it. A lot of work goes into this. Who engages stakeholders outside the project in Agile? The product owner, the project manager, or the scrum master should do that. Is the mock exam on Udemy based? No. The new one I'm making is going to be based on some of the practice questions we got. Chico says, hey, Andrew, thank you for your live sessions. Is a pre-modem an Agile project like a high-level risk register? Yeah, it's going through all the different things that could affect the actual sprint. Somebody says PM Study Hall is recommended. I subscribe to that. I don't know much about PM Study Hall. Okay, I haven't seen it. I don't know much about it, so I'm not going to say anything about it. Dion says he took my course and bought the book. Okay, very good. He passed with that. Somebody asked for prioritization techniques. Prioritization technique is what they're going to use to help prioritize the product backlog. Then I'm going to tell you to look at the course. That's a big explanation. They can do things like Monopoly. They can use a 100-point method. It's quite a lot. You got to go through the Udemy course for that. Because it's not just one, it's a lot. Makani says, hey, Andrew, just want to share I passed my exam last week with above target. Good score. Udemy course and mindset was the key. Thanks. Well, thank you. Congratulations, by the way. Make sure you celebrate well with the right cake. By the way, you guys know about that Reddit forum? There's a Reddit called PMP. You know, you guys should put your experience in there. I see some people don't, and it helps people out because some people are studying and they don't know what to study. They don't know where to go about getting materials from. So if you guys pass your exam, go to that forum and put your experience in there. It's going to really help a lot of people. Thank you guys for attending and helping us out. Mona failed the exam in January. I had no clue about the new PMBOK and Agile. I studied the old version because I had a course in 2016. Okay, so Mona had actually failed that exam because she studied the wrong exam. That's why. So, yeah, if you take this exam without knowing Agile, you're not going to pass. No doubt in that. Simon says, mindset indeed is critical without a doubt. Is the servant leadership in the mindset? Yes, it is. But I did do a video on how to answer situational questions right here on YouTube. Make sure you review that. It's called How to Answer Situational Questions. And I talk about servant leadership. Somebody says to me, Muchai says, in Agile, if a team is unable to complete all of the features in a sprint, does it affect the release planning? I know the backlog will be reprioritized. However, yeah, because if they're able to complete all the features in the sprint, and those features are needed to be part of the release, then the release probably has to be delayed. Somebody says, Chesna says here, I bought my book. I had the RMC, but I'm finding yours easier to go through my exam in June. And you got a lot of time. The RMC book, I think it's a good book. I think mine's is better, but I think that's a good book too. It's fine. If you find mine's to be better, great. Mona says, I figure it's about the mindset when answering situational questions. Yes, it is. Does Amazon have my latest book once again, guys? Yes, it does. This one is the latest book, the blue cover one, not the brown one. If you buy the brown one, you're not going to get the e-learning course. And it doesn't cover any Agile, okay? So stay with me. Make sure you get this blue one. Is the blue cover one in the course? If you take the live TIA course, yes, you already get this book. Yes, you do. Somebody says finish your Udemy course. Congratulations. Now you got to go take that test. Time management to finish the exam on time is challenging, I guess from what I experienced. Time management, Mona, is going to be a difficult thing. I did a video on that a few weeks ago. Make sure to check it out. Make sure you know your time. Make sure you know the breaks and when they come before sitting for the exam. I can't emphasize that enough. This person, right? You're the best ever. Well, thank you. I hope so. All right, Mercy says, I'm taking an exam in a week and a half. Grateful for the videos. Thank you. Grateful for these videos because every time I feel discouraged, I want to delay, this community helps me. Yeah, you know, one of the reasons I do these sessions is because when people come back and they say they pass, and thank you all for doing that, that's passed, it really helps encourage others. Now you're seeing everybody passing and you're like, I could do it too. Encouragement is good. Sometimes I need it myself. Sometimes I'm just not. Sometimes I feel down too. I'm like human, just like everybody else, right? Plan to take the exam June 22nd. You got this. That's quite a while, but you got this. How is a daily 15 stand-up? Here's an interesting question. How is the daily 15-minute stand-up in Predictive different from the Agile? Predictive doesn't have a daily 15-minute stand-up meeting. All right. Predictive project management may have meetings to fix issues and problems. Meetings that are scheduled maybe once a week, or maybe meetings that are scheduled every other day or something. But it's not a daily 15-minute stand-up meeting. That that's known as a scrum. They don't really have scrums. Somebody says, finish the Udemy course, your simplified book, feeling good for the exam this weekend. The future is now 1000 is the username. Make sure to let us know. I hope you do. I wish you the best. For the exam proctor, and is it fine to go to the restroom during your breaks? I think so. Yes, it is. Just got your application accepted. Congratulations. Make sure to start studying. You should have started soon before you got your application accepted. Somebody says they finished 82% of my mock exam. I think you should be fine. Just make sure to review that Agile section really well. And the mindset. Neville says, I'm impressed with so many people on this chat. Me too. But I'm glad. You know what? You guys, don't forget to tell your friends to join us in the chat, right? To join us on these live sessions. If you know anybody taking your exam, if you're part of a study group, if you're part of any social media platform, Facebook or whatever it is, and you know people studying for their PM, tell them to join us. The more people that join us, the more encouragement we're all giving each other. Because I answer anybody's question. They don't have to buy my stuff to be here. You could buy, whoever's courseware, and you're fully welcome. And all the other Udemy courses are good, and all the books are good, right? What's the name on your Udemy course? Just you know what to do. Just put my name in there, Andrew Ramdial. You'll find it. It's called PMP 35 PMP exam prep course. Somebody says to me here, I'm new to PMP and I don't know when to schedule it. Remember, this is something I mentioned when I started doing these videos. 100 hours is what I tell people. It takes about 100 hours, from my experience, for people to study to pass their exam. That's my experience, 100 hours. So within that 100 hours, you have to attend this 35-hour class, right? That's required. So let's say you get my course and you did the 35 hours. You do my live class, you attend 4 days. That's 35 hours. You do a self-paced course and you get 35 hours. However, then you got to think to yourself, well, I probably got another 65 hours more to study. Now, that's the average, right? Some people will study, some people will finish it after studying only 50 hours. Some people will have to study 150 hours. But most people, it's 100 hours. So if you study for 20 hours a week, it'll probably take you 5 weeks. If you study for 100 hours a week, you probably could be certified in a week. I've seen that before. I've seen somebody go from knowing nothing about PMP and being certified in a week and a half. It was probably one of the fastest because you have to wait for the application. So it's not impossible, but just remember the 100-hour mark. What's the name of the video for servant leadership? The video is called, right here on my YouTube channel, it's called How to Answer Situational Questions. My best tip for answering situational questions. It came out a few months ago. Oh, we did find it. Okay, good. Is the e-learning the same as Udemy? Yes, it is. Give me hope in passing. You'll pass. I got faith in you. You'll pass. Michael says, hey, I took the test this morning and passed. Congratulations, Mike. Don't forget to get the cake, Mike. And the beer. Okay, guys. Somebody says, started. Lena says, started your Udemy course. Really feeling better about this exam. Yeah, once you get into it, hopefully I explained it well, you guys understand it. And then you realize this exam is not so bad. What do you make notes on when taking notes? That's an interesting question. What do you make notes on? You make notes on maybe some specific formulas. Maybe you make notes on things that you may not remember stuff. Do not make notes on ITTOs. That I'll tell you. Don't go right down the output of this process is this or the tool. That you shouldn't do. Just make sure you understand it. Citrix23, I think, is asking me that. One person, Anand says, I believe all simulators are just to better prepare. The exam is very situational. Yes, it is. Okay, guys, let us do some practice questions. It's around, I try to do around like 7:30, 7:40. A lot of questions today. All right. Let us do some practice questions here, guys. We got some easy, I think these questions are pretty easy tonight. So let's see how well you guys do. See if you guys can get 10 out of 10 tonight, okay? Because I think they're pretty easy. So let's go. Let's do some practice questions here. All right, let's get right into the practice questions section here. All right, guys. And I think, once again, I think these questions here, I was reviewing these questions with one of my other instructors. And he was like, hey, these guys got to get them all. Let's see if you guys been studying. All right, practice question number 1. When working on an Agile project, a team member has informed the project manager of potential personal issues that could lead to him being out for the next 6 weeks. This might cause a delay in the work. What should the project manager do first in this situation? A, ask the team member to stay. B, meet with the other team members and inform them of this potential issue. Inform the project sponsor right away, and start looking for a 6-week replacement for the team member. All right, what answer would you guys have? Don't forget, guys, put the answer in the box. All right, we got, one good question you have is how to reduce time in answering questions. You just got to answer it, read it as fast as possible. Remember the mindset tips that I gave you, and I think you're going to get it quick. Once you're applying those mindset principles, you're going to get it right. So, for example, here, almost everybody got this one right. This one is a pretty easy one. I told you guys tonight, I think these questions are a little bit too easy. So we got, in this particular question, it says, but where's my pen? All right, here's my pen. So this guy's going to be out for 6 weeks. This is going to cause a delay. You should know your mindset. Number 1, don't take actions right away. So start looking for a replacement for potential. The thing is potential. When something is potential, if something is a rumor, don't go and start taking actions on it. Like C and D are actions. You got to remember this. Even though this question is easy, you got to remember what I'm telling you now. You approach the exam, you see these keywords like potential or if something may happen, you don't want to start going and take action. Ask the team member to stay. Well, the guy is telling you he has a personal issue. So this here, the best thing here is just to approach the team and just inform people, hey, this may come about. So that way the team is better prepared for it. Not to mention an agile project, team should really be the one fixing it. Practice question number 2. During a hybrid project, a client requests that a new product feature be added. This feature will add to the scope and costs. What should the project manager do first in this situation to determine who can approve this request? Review the change log, review the change management plan, review the responsibility, accountable, consulting form matrix, review the change request document. What answer do you guys have? All right, what answer do you guys have? Okay, let's see who's been studying. So if you've been studying, you're going to realize that the first thing up, we got some A's, we got B's, and we got some D's. A lot of B's, though. So we got a lot of B's here. So the first thing up, you're going to notice is that request that a new product feature be added. This feature will add to the scope and the cost, right? So they're going to be adding something, and this is a potential request, so we know it's some kind of change request. The question really comes down to is, what can you look at to help determine who can approve a change? Well, the change log is just a document that tells you the status of change. Has a change been requested? Is it approved? Is it denied? This here will basically apply to team members. The RACI charts and RACI metrics are basically going to tell what team members are doing. The change request document does not say who's going to approve it. It just tells you what the change is. But the change management plan, remember, management plans are how-to documents. They're going to say, how are we going to approve this change? Who's going to do it? Question number 3. On an agile project, a few of the customers has informed the team of a feature that was missing a critical function. This has led to the component being redone. What should the team do to prevent this from occurring again? Have them prioritize the product backlog, have them define the definition of done, invite them to the sprint planning meeting, and inform them the critical function was not needed. You got 2 good answers here, I thought. Let's see what you guys got. All right, what answer do you guys have? Okay, everybody here has B. Excellent. I see you guys have been studying. This is something I think we talked about last week or the week before. You know, really, before you go out and you build a product for a customer, you should, I know this is not something just for your exam. This is something in real life. You really should know the definition of done. And that's really going to be knowing that acceptance criteria. What is the customer, right? The definition has a link to that. What exactly is that customer looking for before they can say this component is actually finished? Question number 4. You have been assigned to a new project, but unfortunately, it is quickly terminated during the initiation phase due to the lack of funds. Now you have to close the project. What is the first action you should take? Inform all stakeholders that they must follow the communication management plan. Follow the organization project closure guidelines. Assess the possible impact of ending a project by running a risk analysis. And then all procurement processes for the project. All right, what we got here, guys? We got some B's. We got some D's. Okay, so let's go through this particular question here. And the answer is B, by the way. All right, so you've been assigned to a new project. But unfortunately, it's terminated due to initiate. Now remember, you got to remember what I told you guys during the course. Oops, you know what? I forgot to put on my pen here. You know what? Remember what I told you. When a project is terminated, doesn't matter when, you have to formally shut it down. You have to formally follow the right closing procedures. Now, what is that going to be? Now, A may seem like a decent answer, but remember, you really haven't even made that plan yet because it's still initiated. Assess the possible impact of ending it by running risk analysis. No, not yet. The best thing here, end all procurement processes. You really haven't even started anything yet. It's probably still initiating. None of the procurement processes runs it initiated, right? Follow the organization closing guidelines. The organization should have some formal procedure. And where are you going to get this? Those EEF and OPAs, if you remember those things, will tell you that. All right, very good. Question number 5. A project has the following characteristics. A new project stakeholder has been identified. The new stakeholder is not actively participating in the project and needs to be further engaged. How should the project manager handle the situation? A. Review and update the stakeholder engagement plan. B. Inform the new stakeholder of both the project schedule and specific assigned tasks. C. Ask the functional manager to send the new stakeholder to all relevant meetings. Have the new stakeholder partner with a more experienced stakeholder as a mentor. Okay, guys, very good. What answer do you guys have? Okay, we got some D's, we got some B's, you got A, D's, A, we got more A's, a lot of A's, some B's, okay. Okay, guys, a lot of A's here. Let's see what you guys got. And I see a lot of you guys got A's. Some of you guys got B's. I don't know. I'm not sure anyone had C and D. So we got a good set of choices here. Let's go through all the choices then. Okay, so a new stakeholder was added to the project, and they're not participating. So you have a problem where a stakeholder is coming onto the project and they're not participating. What should you do? So, what PMI likes for you to do is know your action before taking your action. So, if you notice, there's a theme going on here. Inform the new stakeholders of schedule and tasks. Ask functional manager to send the new stakeholder to meetings. And have the new stakeholder partner with more experience. If you notice, B, C, and D are actionable things. It's like you're doing something. But you know what a good project manager does? Remember this mindset now. It's going to help you with a ton of questions on your real tests. If good project manager, if you go on and you take actions, it might not be the right action. You have to assess your action. You just can't go and do stuff. So on your exam, remember, and I told you guys this a lot of times in my e-learning course, in the book and everything like that. Remember, you got to assess yourself before taking action. Question number 6. Question number 6. On an Agile project, the team is having issues creating a feature. It's been over a week. It should be and. I forgot the A and D here. It's been over a week. Let's put and in there. And no progress has been made on the sprint. What should the project manager do in this situation? Schedule a meeting with an outside consultant. Ask the product owner if the feature can be removed. Schedule a meeting with the team to brainstorm a solution and ask the sponsor if you can add more members during the sprint. All right. What answer do you guys get? All right, what answer are you guys thinking about here, guys? Oh boy, hold on there. Okay. We got some C's. Okay. A lot of C's. Yeah, this is, I told you guys, this here was too easy for you guys. You see, what you guys really need to understand is if you have that mindset, it's not a hard test. You got that mindset, easy exam, okay? You can go in there and you're going to be confident that what you're answering is correct. So that's what I tell students. Make sure you have that mindset. Like the mindset here is, yeah, you don't want to just go and take action like that. There's been an issue. And remember the mindset is let the team fix the problem. They're the experts, right? So you don't want to go resolve it for them. And one of the things you should never do is never ask the sponsorer for help and never never push things up and let the sponsor fix it. Like don't report a problem to the sponsor and tell them to fix it. It's never an answer. Just remember that. You'll beat out a couple of choices quick. Practice question number 7. During an Agile project, the product owner and the team is having an argument with each other. You realize this is because the team member is not happy with the order of the work. In this situation, what should the project manager do? Schedule a face-to-face meeting with the team member and the product owner. Remove the team member from the project due to this conflict. Inform the organization of this issue. Inform the product owner the team member is correct. All right, this one here is a 5. If you know and if you got the, if you have that mindset, this is going to be a really easy question. All right, this is going to be a really, you got that mindset, you're going to ace this one. A lot of A's. A lot of A's, too easy. That's right. But you see, you got that mindset, right? So if you have that mindset, somebody's saying too easy because you got the mindset already. When you get the mindset and you understand what to do on a project coming from PMI perspective, yeah, it's kind of easy. I thought this one was really easy because we know that when there is some kind of a problem, issue, conflict, the best thing we can do is a face-to-face communication. Number 1, mindsets, okay? Don't fire anyone, right? That's never a choice. Never fire people. Remember that. Inform the management of the issue. You don't give away the issue. The mindset says don't ever do that. If there is an issue on a project, I hired you to manage the project. You need to fix it. Inform the product owner, the team member is correct, and don't take sides. Okay, here's another tip. Don't take sides. All right. You want to make sure that you want to make sure that you bring people together, have them resolve it. Don't just take a side. All right, this one is going to be pretty easy, okay? After reviewing the work performance data, you have requested a change from the change control board. What could have led to this? Choose 2. Let's see what you guys remember from your EVM. All right, we got some things in here. Question 5. If it's asking what the PM should do next, A is definitely the right answer. But when they say, a lot of times when they say, when they say, how should you handle it? You should, because you don't know what's the right way of handling it. The management plan will tell you the right way. You're assuming that's the right way. That's why you don't go with that answer. My experience. Okay, we got somebody to pass the exam. My experience on the real exam is pretty great. Thanks to the PMI for the changes to the new pattern. Having the mindset of servant leadership. No ITTO. Yeah, you're not going to have any ITTO questions, guys. Are these questions good? Yeah, once you have the mindset, I think you're going to be fine. Alvin says, yes, these questions One too many shots. Good screen name. I like that. Interesting. Are these questions good representation of the exam questions? I have to take my exam. I've taken 3 and most scoring 83. Alvin responds, yes, these are perfect for the exam. Okay. So, you guys got to remember to choose 2. I saw some of you guys only had 1 choice in there. So, if you guys remember, SPI and CPI should be 1 and greater. Anything on the 1. So CPI 0.8 is 20% over budget. SPI 0.5 is horrible. Your project is 50% behind schedule. Okay, here is a question that you guys have been asking me a lot for. What is it going to look like when you got to click on a graph? There you go. Well, if you followed this is the exact same graph in my Agile course. If you've watched the Agile section, you should know this answer. Which activity is causing the Agile project to be delayed? Saeed said that question was too easy with the EVM. If you know it, yes. Remember, if you have that mindset and you know it, yes. It's not that hard, guys. Not that hard. Let's see who has reviewed the Agile section. Cumulative flow diagram. The cumulative flow diagram. We got a lot of C's. I see a lot of you guys have not been studying, guys. The answer is, and you got to click on C, by the way. So what is the widening activity? So this part here is the finish, right? So A is done, right? It's ready to be delivered. Development is being delayed. See, the development is being delayed because there's something happening with C. So ready is pushing it down. It's getting deployed here. So it's deployed. This is not finished. I'm sorry about that. This is ready. So look at it and the activity that's widening. The next one is the actual one that is causing the problem. That's right. The bottleneck is the one that comes in the cumulative flow diagram. The bottleneck is the one that comes after the widening activity. All right. Andrew, thank you for your live YouTube session. Boosted my confidence. And that's exactly what these sessions will do, guys. It will help boost up your confidence so you guys don't feel that you're by yourself. And then you can see a lot of people are passing. All right, guys, let's take a look here. Here we have a really easy one. This is what I said I taught tonight here was pretty easy. Let's put these in order from best to worst when it comes to communication methods. What's the best way to what's the worst way to communicate? Let's knock this out. This should be pretty easy for you guys if you studied. Alvin says these reviews are perfect this past Sunday. Congratulations, Alvin. Don't forget the cake. Llama says, my exam is Friday. I've helped ease my anxiety. I hope so. Don't have anxiety. That's all. There's no need to get anxiety. You're gonna be just fine. You're gonna pass, all right? I'm like 100% sure you're gonna come back next week and let us know how you pass. You'll see. You'll see. Question number 9 is in my Agile section. Look for cumulative flow diagram. Don't ask me the section. Don't ask me the video. I don't know. But it's covered with cumulative flow diagram. Bottleneck activities. All right, I see you guys are just acing this. This is just too easy, right? Communication methods. Somebody says, I did update the Udemy. ITTOs, yeah. They still have some ITTO questions. It's fine. But somebody says there's no drag and drop. The Udemy testing engine doesn't support drag and drop. All right. That's why I'm making a new testing engine. I'm making my own testing engine. Going to be the best testing engine, in my opinion. And all the other instructors that worked on it too. Okay, guys, let us do this here. What is the best way to communicate? Well, it's face-to-face with a whiteboard, because not only can we conversate with each other, we can also draw diagrams and help to write out our expressions versus trying to tell it. Then face-to-face conversations. If you don't have that whiteboard, then talk to each other. That's one of the best ways. I like hearing a voice over an email. A phone conversation allows me to express my feelings, and you can hear it. So if I scream or I sound upset, you can tell. Versus an email, you really can't tell. And that ends this section. So there we go with our 10 questions. Yeah, I thought these sections here were pretty easy. Man, I have so much programs open. Okay, very good, guys, very good. Okay, guys, my testing engine will come out June. Okay, it has a very unique thing on the testing engine. My testing engine is going to have something that no testing engine has. I can't tell you what it is, but it's a very unique feature that I think is going to really differentiate it from all the others. You'll see. Okay, Alvin says here, where did I miss Alvin? Okay, you had a lot of Agile. Exam is like 65, 75% Agile is a lot. Yeah. Somebody says, do you like hearing a voice because you're an extrovert? I don't know. I'm a talker. I talk all day. Literally, I talk all day. The price of it, it's going to be cheaper than the others, but it's going to be affordable, okay? I can't tell you, but yeah, it's not going to be Udemy price, all right? Because I have to host it, and I can control it. Mona, if you didn't get the graph, you have to review the Agile section. That's an important thing. You need to review the Agile section or review the part about cumulative flow diagram. Okay? And something called the bottleneck. You have to know where to find a bottleneck activity. Make sure you know that. Thanks, Andrew. You're indeed got some. I hope so. Okay, guys, we are done here for the evening. Thank you guys for. By the way, did you guys like the video? I've only have 37 likes. I mean, come on, guys. Every week I have to tell you guys to like the video. By the way, did you guys subscribe to the channel? Make sure you guys do that. That's some really good content coming out. It's just I'm under a big audit, multiple audits by our education department. Renewals, nothing big. It's a lot of work, and once that's done, I hope to make some really good content for everyone. So subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. You guys will pass your exam. That would be great. Is there a discount code for Amazon? Nope, I do not control Amazon. The exam is random. That is correct. The exam is random, but technically you should get, according to PMI, 50% Agile, 50% Predictive. But it seems like a lot of people get a lot more Agile. How many questions can we get on a cumulative flow? Maybe one. You guys did. Okay, good. We're up to. Come on, you guys should put more likes on there. Guys. Thank you guys for attending. Tell your friends. If you're part of a forum again, tell them to attend our live sessions. The more people that attend, the more questions I answer. And you can learn a lot more too. So tell your friends, tell your study groups. By the way, if you pass your exam, if you can leave me a review on wherever you bought your book or your course, that would be great. I would greatly appreciate that. And by the way, if you have not friended me on LinkedIn, send me a LinkedIn invite. Go to LinkedIn, type my name, you'll find me. I look the same in that picture, I think. You guys have a good week. Taking your exam next Wednesday. Study hard. I'll see you guys next week. Make sure you guys do some studying. If you got your exam coming up between now and next week, I wish you the best of luck. Study hard. If you are passing your exam between now and next week, come back and tell us. Let us know how you do. Don't forget about us. Thank you all for attending tonight. Thank you all for that passed and come back and helped us. Encourage the group. Hey, they're encouraging you. Come back, pay it forward. Are people having success taking the test at home? I think most people are taking it at home. Have a good evening, guys. I should say morning, wherever you are. Okay, guys, I'm out. Take it easy, guys.